Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you'll enjoy as I summarise through all of the tenses in English. Any questions, please comment below. Present simple. We use this in 5 different ways. Routines, habits, repeated actions, facts or truths. So for example, routines. She drinks coffee every morning. Fact, the sun rises in the east. So the form is subject plus the base verb. So for example, he runs to catch the bus. Remember with he, she, it, we have to add an S to the verb. He runs. I run. Present continuous. We use this in 3 different instances. Anything happening right now, anything temporary or changing, and to make future plans. So for example, I'm studying English right now with my teacher. 2, temporary, she's staying with friends this week. Future, we're meeting them tomorrow. So we need to add the subject, is are, plus the verb and ing. So for example, they are playing football. We are studying English. Present perfect continuous. This is for any actions which started in the past and are still continuing now. So for example, you have been watching this video for 30 seconds. I have been studying for 3 hours. He has been waiting for you all day. So the action started in the past and continues now. The form for this is subject, he, she, it, I, have or has, been with the verb ing. So for example, they have been playing for hours. Present perfect. This is used for actions that happened at an unspecified time in the past, but are still relevant to the present. So for example, I have visited Paris. So I visited Paris at some point. I don't know when, but it's an experience which continues until now. We also use it for actions that started in the past and continue in the present. So for example, I have lived in Ireland for 5 years. So the form for here is subject, have or has with the past participle. So for example, she has finished her homework. Past simple. We use this to talk about actions that happened and finished in the past. So for example, she visited London last year. We use it for a sequence of events. So for example, he woke up, got dressed, had breakfast and left the house. For this we say subject plus past verb. They played football. Past continuous. We use this for actions that were ongoing at a specified time in the past. So for example, I was reading at 8 p.m. yesterday. We use it for 2 actions happening at the same time in the past as well. While she was cooking, he was watching TV. The form for this is subject plus was and were plus the verb ing. They were playing football. Past perfect continuous. This is to talk about actions which were ongoing in the past but were interrupted maybe by another event or time. So for example, I had been studying for hours when she called. We also use it to emphasize the duration of a past action before something else. So for example, he had been working there for 5 years before he quit the job. So the form here is subject plus had plus been plus the verb ing. So for example, they had been playing for an hour when it started to rain. So the action was happening in the past and was interrupted by the rain. Past perfect. We use this in 2 instances. 1, before another past action, and 2, to show the sequence of past events. So first, before another past action. For example, she had finished her work before the meeting started. To show the sequence of events, he had left by the time I arrived. The form of this is subject plus had plus past participle. So for example, they, subject, had left before it started raining. So past participle, raining. Future simple. We use this for 2 reasons. To talk about actions happening in the future and to make promises or predictions. So for example, to talk about the future, I will call you tomorrow. To make predictions, it will rain tomorrow. The form for this is subject plus will plus base verb. So for example, she will travel to Japan. Future continuous. We use this in 2 instances. First, to talk about actions which will be in progress at a specified time in the future. For example, this time tomorrow I will be flying to Paris. Secondly, to indicate that something will be happening over a period of time. So for example, they will be working on the project all week. The form for this is subject, will, plus be, plus verb ing. So for example, he will be sleeping when you arrive. Future perfect. We use this tense in two instances. First, to talk about actions which will be completed before a certain time in the future. So for example, by next week, I will have finished the report. Secondly, to show that something will happen before another future event. So for example, she will have left by the time you get there. The form for this is subject plus will plus have plus past participle. So an example sentence, we will have completed the task by tomorrow afternoon. Future perfect continuous. We use this in two instances. First, to show actions that will be ongoing up until a certain point in the future. For example, by next year, I will have been working here for 10 years. Secondly, to emphasize the duration of an action before another future event. For example, by the time the movie ends, we will have been watching for 2 hours. The form for this is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb ing. So for example again, she will have been studying for 5 hours by the time you arrive. Please like and subscribe for more future content.